we all would agree the Nets are the favorite to win the championship.
Mm-hmm.
Do we
favorite
agree?
to come out of the East.
You're not the favorite to win the championship?
I would say they're the favorite to win the
Even
championship.
as a Laker fan, you wouldn't put them ahead of the Lakers as the team that you would expect to win it all.
Not if the Lakers stay 100% healthy.
I would.
Okay, well, 2-1, we're saying
That's
the
okay.
Nets, okay?
I'm on the East Coast. I expect that.
So when you're viewed as the favorite, you look around the room, you know you've got a squad. Listen to what Kevin Durant says about the idea of Brooklyn Nets being the favorites to win it all.
We don't, as players, don't think about stuff like that. We know that's your job and that's how y'all view stuff. But we know how tough it is to play this game every day, and we in here every day. So we got a different vantage point to y'all. So I understand with the stuff on paper and how teams look and how accomplished the players on our teams are. But for us, we respect the game and our opponents too much to come in and say, look, we expected to win this. Nah, we coming out there and understand that we can be beat if we don't lock in. So we got a good opportunity with a lot of great players on this team that mix well with each other, but we still got to go out there and do the work.
Man,
what's wrong with that?
That's why
that's
why I mess with KD.
What's wrong
You
with
went
that?
you went a little Captain Obvious on us there, okay? I mean, I'd like to – you're the best. You know when you walk into a season, you walk in the locker room, you look around, you're either going to go –
but he don't know.
or you're going to go, we got a squad, we got a chance to win it all. I don't understand why you can't – that's on you guys. That's always the media that has to – it's on you guys that you guys say that stuff. Players don't think, oh, yeah, we should win this whole thing. Players don't think that way? Then what are you thinking?
1 million
Let's try?
percent. 1 million percent players think that. 1 million percent. Key and I rock out like, yeah, we know we're one of the best there is in the industry. Yes, it doesn't mean that I have to tell the media that. They're two different worlds. Why would I say that to the media so you can then utilize that against me? Why do I have to be – I can be cocky to myself in my own mind. I know what I'm bringing to the table. Or with my boys, when we're in the training room,
we get ready to bust. We get ready to
bust their head open, Key.
Ooh, we get ready to
30
smash
points. We're going to beat that. But I'm not going to say that to the media so then y'all can take it and turn it into something else. And then, well, what's this going to mean for Kyrie? Is Kyrie – y'all, everything just gets twisted when you do stuff like that. I'm not going to be cocky to the media like that.
The most loved teams are those teams that talk it and walk it. Those are the most loved teams.
You ain't never heard the Chicago Bulls say we getting ready to run through the NBA. You never.
They didn't have to.
But neither did KD.
It's KD, James Harden, and Kyrie on the same team.
You ain't never heard who else?
All right, so you're telling me then that they are thinking it. What? You're telling me though they are thinking it. At least tell me that.
Oh, you
He's
don't think
saying,
They're
that's
not
for you
thinking
guys.
it. They know it. It's a fact for them. They know it.
Then why is he saying athletes don't think that way? Don't even say that then.
Because you asked him, whoever it was probably posed a question to them.
Right.
And so he's telling you we don't think that way. What is he going to say?
Which is a lie.
No.
Athletes don't think that way?
No, because
of course
the question was about being a favorite. Me as an athlete, I'm not like, man, we're the favorites.
Yeah,
so
we're the favorites.
I'm
favorites.
Like, yo, we're the baddest team in this one. We're going to beat people's head. I'm not saying, oh, we're the favorites.
What's the difference?
Well, the odds are, because
you got to go out there
semantics.
and do it first of all. So if I say, like Jay was saying, I tell you, yeah, we the favorites. This should be cool. We're going to coast through this. And then we go out there and lollipop it. Then what's going to happen? The next day in your little paper or whatever. They do the internet now. But
it doesn't have to be little. Yeah. But I understand what you're saying.
Newsday wasn't a little paper. It was pretty big.
I didn't.
See, I put respect on you. I got you.
Appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying.
At least you did, Jay.
You're going to type up your little stuff and put it out there.
There it is again.
And then here it goes. Brooklyn Nets said favorite, lose by 16. I mean, like, there's no, we're not doing that.
Well, and I know what he said there also, we respect our opponents too much to say that, which means the last thing you want to do is give the Celtics any fuel where they're like, oh, or they'll be looking at us. Like, and then that turns into the animosity that you don't want to deal with.
You don't want to deal with that.
But still, like, it just to say we don't think that way, I'm not buying it, which is why I reacted the way I did.
I don't think that way in the public. Did you want to put public on the end of that? I don't think that way in the public. That would have been better?
I don't know what would have been better, to be honest.
That's what he's saying.
I know he's answering it off the top of his head,
in the training
but
room,
still.
like Jay said, I'm looking at him, man, you get ready. Ooh, this dude, he ain't got a chance.
Smack
we
the
get ready to.
I just
I don't know what they're going to do
I
right
wanted
there.
you guys to tell me that you do think that way. That's really all I was looking for.
Absolutely.
Is make that clear.
Oh, I know.
That what he said is inaccurate. You guys do think that way. He just didn't want to put it out
I know
there.
you can't hold me, so I'm not even worried about it, right? Like, I know.
But you understand.
I'm not going to tell the media that dude is a fraud. I'm not going to do that.
But I would just want to say, like, I'm not thinking in the lines of, yeah, we're the favorites here. Like, yo, we're the better team. Like, we're going to win.
We should win.
Well,
Like,
winning it all, though,
everything what we supposed
you
to.
believe you should win it all. Just like when you have LeBron, you always believe you should win it all. In fact, that should be the only
Are we
result.
gonna get in LeBron for? I mean, did LeBron? How come we didn't get LeBron last year for? They were the favorites.
Well, the question wasn't posed to LeBron.
I know, but
I think
that's what I'm saying,
actually no. LeBron actually says it. LeBron does say it.
I've never
We're
heard-
championship. He always talks about that. The only goal is to win a championship. He always talks
but
championship.
everybody says that.
Everybody says that.
Yeah.
That's obviously Brooklyn Nets. That's
I
their
didn't
goal.
hear him say that.
I was a Jet.
He said we don't think that way.
Hey, I was
We
a
got some
Jet.
other people who don't have talent.
At 1-15.
James Harden, Kyrie, they've all said it in different ways now.
I was 1-15 with the Jets. I thought when we was 1-7, we were still gonna win the Super Bowl. I really thought that.
You legit thought that?
Yes.
Because see,
Until it wasn't real anymore.
I told you,
didn't
Alan.
legit.
I
think that.
always feel like I'm going to win.
You think too practically, Alan. That's
Yeah,
it. Life
man.
as an athlete. We don't live in a practical world.
Oh,
I've talked to enough athletes that in the midst of a season which was going south, they were like, "Do you see our locker room? We suck." Like
yeah,
I've
but
had
that's
guys
when it
tell me
goes.
that.
That's when it's over. Oh yeah, we got a break. Sorry.
Well, no, but that's certainly the point.